Right, let's take a look at the global setup overnight. As you can see, Trump clearly keeping everything in pause mode right now as we await critical data. Markets back home also have now seen successive profit booking with almost 16 lakh crores lost in market cap over the last 6 odd sessions or so. Overnight on Wall Street or since Friday night, we've seen just a marginal uptick across the board there on the S&P, Dow and Nasdaq. Asia this morning is quieter. If we take a look on that front, with I think only the Nikkei that's marginally about 7/8% lower, a little bit of a steeper cut, while the rest is partially in the green right now. Okay, so that's what the global setup is looking like. But back home on the pre-Nifty, let's pull that up for you as well. Shell, it's indicating a gap up opening, just a marginal uptick, but it seems that momentum or sentiment is still undecided on which way markets should be moving.
Good morning, Abha, and a very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, on a fresh start as far as a week is concerned. We are on the 29th, and therefore the last 2 sessions of September take root. Abha, last week we lost about 690 points on the Nifty, 5 succession days of fall. So today there is going to be a mean reversion, probably held by Reliance Industries, which is the second weighted, highest weighted counter on the markets as far as the Nifty is concerned. Apart from that, there is hectic activity all around. So if you ignore the Nifty, but you look at PSU banks, look at defense counters, look at auto shares, auto ancillaries, there is a veritable bull market up and running from there. So value buying, festive spirit may enthuse traders on the long side. One negative that I see is that last week crude oil prices actually rose 5.2%. So that could be a dampener, but great auto numbers are expected on 1st of October, and that will spark a fresh rally. Abha, take my word for it. Look at auto, look at auto ancillaries, PSU banks, defense counters. Abha.
Okay. Well, we're always looking forward to seeing those bright spots of green on the screen, and auto clearly has been making a lot of headway in the last month or so. Let's take a look at some of the other stocks in news this morning as well. Oil India, natural gas discovery at Vijayapuram, 2 exploratory wells that they've discovered. Lemon Tree Hotels has announced a leadership rejig effective 1st of October. Patanjali Keswani has been named Executive Director and Chairman. Nilendra Singh has been appointed MD. Chambal Fertilisers has been hit with over 500 crore rupee GST penalty. Keep an eye on that one. Might see a bit of a hit there this morning. HDFC Bank Dubai branch was barred by the DFSA from onboarding new clients. Management, however, says the impact is minimal. And Power Grid has approved a 705 crore investment in grid communication and emergency infrastructure. Keep an eye on that one as well. Meanwhile, Jindal Steel, the company commissioned a 5 MTPA blast furnace at its Angul plant in Odisha, and Lupin, via its Netherlands unit Nanomi BV, will be acquiring 100% of Visu Pharma BV for almost 2,000 crores. Alchem Lab, meanwhile, has signed a business transfer agreement with subsidiary Alchem Wellness to transfer trade generic business as well. And we have a few more on that list, and that continues. Pharma, of course, just to touch base on that, Shell, because last week we saw a lot of jitters, a lot of shakiness on pharma majors, and while brokerages have come out and shared that the impact will be minimal, do we expect to see any kind of follow through this Monday?
No, Abha, I think you will have a value buying coming back into the pharma space. Remember, this is on branded pharma, which the US has imposed a fresh 100% tariff on imports. Indian pharma is mostly generic. We send about $10 billion worth of pharma exports to the US. The only 2 stocks that I think will be in problem will be Sun Pharma and Biocon. They have a lot of branded products going into America. So I believe that was a knee-jerk reaction. Keep an eye out for Aurobindo Pharma. Keep an eye out for Glenmark. They have very high beta counters in the pharma space. They should rebound. Abha.
All right, so that's touching base on some of those pharma names as well. You mentioned Reliance, Shell. I want to just come back to that, because when you see it moving the markets, is that purely from a technical standpoint, or do you see certain factors stacking up in order to get that back in focus this Monday morning?
Wonderful question, Abha. I think over the last 7 trading sessions, you saw Reliance lose from 1385 all the way down to 1366. And we are bang on 200-day moving average, also 365-day moving average. So therefore, a bounce is expected on Reliance. As far as today's market is concerned, it's open 4 rupees in the pre-open, higher at 1381. Keep an eye out on Reliance.
All right. Dhananjay Sinha also joining us this morning. Dhananjay, start of a fresh week. What's the index and the setup looking like to you?
So I think we have seen, last 1.5 weeks, there has been a consistent sort of correction. I think the global context has been quite adverse. We all know with the protectionism expanding to services as well in pharma, etc. So I think that is something that has actually weighed on the market, and we've seen rupee also depreciating. Earlier on, I think there was some positive momentum that had happened because of the GST reduction and all. So I think that has actually whittled in front of all these developments. I would say going forward, what markets might be looking at is what is the outlook for the Q2 results, and whether there are positive surprises or not, especially in the context of how companies are adjusting to the GST initial adjustment with respect to GST rationalization and all. So I would say that that is what the people, what markets might be looking at this juncture. It doesn't look like a very strong Q2 numbers. Market is expecting a better second half. So I think that is what the context is for the market at this juncture.
All right.